Third grade was Patrick Henry Elementary School in Germany. Third grade was Starta Parka's White Sox. And third grade was my first crush, Sarah. I got up the nerve to ask her, can I please walk you home from school? She said yes. Now, if y'all remember, some of y'all might be far away from elementary school, but when school got out, it was like the club let out. Everybody was outside. Everybody saw me walking my crush home. Oh, I was like, this is best. It felt like, at the time, the only reference I had was a Disney movie, so the sun was shining extra bright. I could hear the birds chirping, and I was walking her home. We get to her door, and she says, I can't have company. My mom is not home yet. But I didn't care because everyone saw me, and I walked her home. I did the hard thing. So I said, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. I turned on my heel, and I started walking back. And all of a sudden, someone from a high balcony yells out, hey, yo, Ty, do you like Sarah? And that movie changed, and all of a sudden, it was like a record skip. Everyone froze and just stared at me. So I said the only thing I knew to say. I mean, I like her, but I don't like her. Everyone laughed. If I was a cartoon character, I'd be all red because I would be so embarrassed. Everyone's laughing at me, and I'm just feeling like I just have to get home. And all of a sudden, these middle school girls, they walk up, they tell everyone to be quiet, and they say, leave him alone. And then they look at me, and they say, plus he's cute too. You know. I could have floated home. It was the best moment. And I replayed it. I replayed it over and over. Plus he's cute too. Plus he's cute too. And I didn't know why it felt so good, right? I knew it felt good to be called cute, but there was something about it. About 2 years later, 10 years old, and that's when you start learning about puberty. So we're in a class, and the teacher says, okay, boys, you're gonna go to the classroom next door. Girls, you stay here. So I get up and go to the classroom next door with my boys, and someone taps me on the shoulders like, where are you going? I was like, I'm about to go next door. And they look at me and they say, you're a girl, and then roll their eyes, and I sit down. And so we're sitting in this class, and you know, that it's an awkward class, right? You're learning about your body doing different things. You're learning about fluids going different places. You're watching naked pictures with your friends. It's awkward, but there's something extra about it, something unnamed. And I knew that things were different, right? They were telling me, oh, you'll start having dreams about boys. And I'm like, that's not what's happening. And they're telling me all of these things, and they're not quite matching up. And I don't know what to do with it, but I do know that I can't say anything about it. And so I just keep it to myself. 2 months later, I get home, and my mom says, I have a gift for you. And I'm excited because I've been getting straight A's, and I know that that means that my starter hat is in that bag. I open it up. It's not my starter hat. I pull out a training bra. So I look at the bra, and I look at my mom. And I look at the bra, and I look at my mom. And I said, what am I supposed to do with this? And she says, Ty, you're a girl. You have to wear a training bra. I didn't want to wear one, but apparently you can tell if you're not wearing a bra. She would tell me, no, go put it on. And when I started wearing that, things changed for me. People treated me differently. My friends, the friends I was still boys with, they were different to me. Adults were different. And I kept getting those reminders. You're a girl, you're a girl, you're a girl. And I didn't know why it bothered me, but I knew I had to keep it to myself. And so this secret keeping, it felt like I wanted to get outside of my body. And so I would escape. I would escape into video games, books, all of that. And then when I got to college, I found alcohol. Ah, yo, it was perfect. You could drink and all of the voices were quiet. The voices telling me I was a girl, my voices telling me I wasn't a girl, everything was quiet. It was the best. So anytime the voice got too loud, I could just drink. And then, you know how many drugs are in college? A lot. So when the alcohol wasn't working, I would just add something on. It was perfect. It was perfect. And I did this for years and years and years. And then one day, 5 years ago, I had what we call a bottom. My life had basically turned into a country song. Like, my girlfriend left me. I didn't have a job. I had no money. It was sad. And I remember I was walking around. It was July. It was hot. I was dehydrated, and I was like, I can't keep doing this anymore. So I called my father. And I called him. I said, Dad, I think I need to stop drinking. Like I think it's just too much. And he says, just go to a meeting. Just go to a meeting. Call me back. I go to this meeting, and these people are, it's a meeting full of white gay men. So I'm like, I'm not about to get an answer here, but everyone is talking about things that sound familiar. So I keep going. I get in recovery, I get sober, and recovery is all about being authentic. You have to live your true self. And so I'm just taking off all these layers that aren't true until I'm faced with like just this one thing. That voice is back, but now I can't silence it. 2 years ago, when the pandemic started, I couldn't get away from myself. Remember, everything was on Zoom? So every day, for 8 hours a day, I'll be staring at myself, staring at myself, staring at myself. And it just became louder. And I had locks like down to my waist. And I remember thinking, like, I just have to keep changing. And so I told my therapist, I told her for a month straight, I'm gonna cut my locks, I'm gonna cut my locks. One day she says, don't come into my office without your haircut. And she's a black woman, so I listened to her. And I go to the Royal Razor Barbershop, my man Sherrod, and I sit there, and I still remember hearing the shears like cut the hairs because my hair was thick. And I'm watching in the mirror, I'm watching like my hair falling off of me. I'm watching like something else take shape. And then I remember when he handed me the mirror and I looked. It's like a Disney movie, right? Like the sun was shining, everything was nice. And now I had something to say against those voices that were in my head. So anytime I doubted who I was, I would look in the mirror, look at my haircut, and I'd be like, leave him alone. He's cute. Thank you.